Imagine an animal longer than a basketball court, a creature whose neck stretched out like a colossal bridge, balanced by a tail just as long, ending in a whip-thin tip. This is Diplodocus, the double-beam lizard, arguably the most extreme, in form among the giant sauropods. It lacked the sheer bulk of Brachiosaurus, opting instead for incredible length. But how did such an impossibly long creature function? How did it eat, defend itself, and navigate its world? Welcome back, length aficionados, to Dinosaur Anatomy. Today, we're unraveling the mysteries of Diplodocus longus and its kin, true giants of the late Jurassic period, roaming North America around 154 to 152 million years ago in the famous Morrison Formation. Forget the slow, clumsy beasts of old depictions. Diplodocus was a marvel of biological engineering, a master of its environment, and its anatomy holds secrets about its life that modern science is only now fully appreciating. Let's start with the defining characteristic, that incredible length. Diplodocus could reach lengths of over 90 feet, and perhaps even exceeding 100 feet in some individuals. This makes it one of the longest vertebrates known to science. But despite this immense length, it wasn't the heaviest sauropod. Estimates place its weight around 10 to 20 tons, making it relatively slender compared to the 50-plus ton bulk of Brachiosaurus or Argentinosaurus. This long, relatively lean body was supported by 4 sturdy, elephant-like limbs. The key to its form lies in its spine. The name Diplodocus comes from Greek words meaning double beam, referring to the unique Y-shaped or double chevron bones located on the underside of its tail vertebrae. These double beams likely provided extra surface area for tail muscle, attachment, and may have protected blood vessels and nerves if the heavy tail hit the ground. Similar, though less pronounced, structures are also found on the neck vertebrae. Now, let's tackle the most debated feature, the neck posture. For decades, like other sauropods, Diplodocus was often depicted with its neck held high like a giraffe. However, pioneering studies, notably by Kent Stevens and J. Michael Parrish, using computer models of vertebral articulation, suggested that the neck vertebrae couldn't flex upwards much beyond horizontal. They proposed Diplodocus held its neck, mostly horizontally, sweeping its head side to side to graze on low vegetation. More recent research, championed by paleontologists like Matt Weddell and Mike Taylor, argues that while a horizontal posture might be the neutral or resting position, the neck was far more flexible in life due to cartilage between the vertebrae and powerful muscles and ligaments. They proposed Diplodocus could elevate its neck significantly, perhaps not straight up, but certainly at a steep incline when needed, allowing it to browse at various levels, not just low to the ground. The physi, current consensus acknowledges the flexibility, but the degree of routine elevation versus horizontal sweeping remains a topic of active research. Regardless, the neck was lighter than it looked. Many vertebrae were heavily pneumatized, meaning they had air sacs invading the bone, making them strong but lightweight, an adaptation likely linked to its respiratory system, similar to birds. With its long, flexible neck, how did Diplodocus eat? Its teeth offer a major clue. Unlike the broad teeth of Brachiosaurus or Camarasaurus, Diplodocus had slender, peg-like teeth clustered at the very front of its jaws. These weren't for heavy chewing. Instead, Diplodocus likely used its teeth to strip leaves off branches, like raking or combing through foliage. It swallowed this vegetation whole or in large chunks using gastroliths, stomach stones, and fermentation in its massive gut to break down the tough plant matter. Whether it did this primarily by sweeping its head horizontally across vast areas of low ferns and shrubs, or by reaching up into trees, or a combination depending on food availability and specific species, is tied directly to the neck posture. Debate. If the neck was for reaching food, the tail was potentially for defense or communication. That whip-thin tail, tapering to an incredibly slender tip, has led to the fascinating tail whip hypothesis. Could Diplodocus swing its tail with enough force to create a supersonic crack like a bullwhip? Calculations by Mervold and Curry in 2002 suggested the tip could reach supersonic speeds, potentially creating a loud deterrent or inflicting significant injury. Later studies, like Snively et al. In 2014, using detailed musculoskeletal modeling, found this powerful whip motion mechanically plausible, capable of delivering a bone-breaking strike or at least a very loud warning crack. So, while direct, fossil evidence of a cracked tail is rare, though some tail injuries exist, the anatomy strongly supports the capability. Imagine a herd of Diplodocus warding off an Allosaurus attack with deafening cracks of their tails. Speaking of herds, was Diplodocus social? Evidence from trackways found in locations like the Morrison Formation shows multiple sauropods moving together, often in parallel paths, suggesting at least some degree of gregarious behavior or herding. While large bone beds, specifically of Diplodocus, are less common than for some other sauropod types, the trackway evidence, combined with the likely benefits of group defense against predators for such a large but not armored animal, makes it highly probable that Diplodocus lived in groups, perhaps family units, or larger, loose herds. Diplodocus was one of the earliest sauropods discovered in North America, first named by Othniel Charles Marsh in 1878 during the infamous Bone Wars. Its immense size and peculiar anatomy immediately captured public imagination. The discovery of largely complete skeletons, like the Carnegie specimen, often replicated in museums worldwide, provided unprecedented insight into sauropod anatomy and fueled scientific debate for over a century. Diplodocus remains a staple in museums and popular culture, instantly recognizable for its sheer length. Let's clear up some lengthy myths. Myth: held its neck straight up like a giraffe. Fact: likely held it more horizontally in resting posture, with significant flexibility upwards and sideways. Myth: dumb giant. Fact: brain size small relative to body, but adequate for its needs. Lived successfully for millions of years. Myth: clumsy and slow. Fact: while not fast, its build suggests efficiency of movement for its size. Tail likely used actively. Myth: just like Brachiosaurus. Fact: distinctly different build. Longer, slender versus tall, bulky, and feeding strategies. Fact: possible use of its tail as a supersonic whip or loud deterrent weapon. Diplodocus was a master of maximizing reach, both with its head for feeding and its tail potentially for defense or signaling. Its unique form challenged the limits of vertebrate anatomy and physiology, showcasing incredible adaptations for life as a giant herbivore in a dangerous Jurassic world. It stands as a testament to the diverse ways dinosaurs achieved success, a long, lean browsing machine with a secret weapon tail. What part of Diplodocus anatomy do you find the most amazing? The incredibly long neck, the whipping tail, or how it managed to live at that? Size? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed stretching your mind with this giant, please extend that like button, subscribe to Dinosaur Anatomy, and ring the notification bell. Thanks for watching.